What's good? What's good? What's good? Peace to all of y'all. It's your boy Micah back at it again with yet another video. And there's a lot that I could talk about today, but I'm gonna keep it simple. Before I start off with the first topic, which is gonna be about tobacco, I just want to say this. The road to hell is paved with a severe lack of situational awareness and a severe underestimation of your enemy. Always remember that. I'm going to explain the situational awareness bit after we talk about herbs and their place in necromancy. So if you watch some of the videos I recently posted, you'll see that almost always I have this tobacco, a cigar, in my mouth, constantly smoking it. You know what I mean? So I want to explain why that is and why you see most necromancers, some shamans, and especially those who work with Palo Mayombe and Asian Voodoo, constantly smoking cigars. One is a way to honor the spirits, especially the darker spirits that we work with, such as Papa Kalfu or Met Kalfu, Baron Samedi, some of the spirits in Palo and whatnot. It's a way to honor protocol and a way to honor tradition. Now, on the more magical end, the necromantic end, tobacco resonates with the element of earth. The element of earth also corresponds to the grave and things below the grave and the underworld, that kind of thing. And smoking this, when it's consecrated, it keeps you in a state of deathly resonance, so to speak. It keeps you attuned and aligned with the death currents, the underworld, and that kind of thing without directly putting that essence all over you 24/7. So essentially you get the best of both worlds. You get the healing, nature attuning benefits of the herb, as well as the deathly benefits without having to suffer the consequences, so to speak. Now, when you're actively doing necromancy, like when you're in the fucking ritual chamber, when you're in the graveyard or whatever the fuck, you're just saying incantations while you're going throughout your day, you know what I'm saying? That like little prayers, that kind of thing. You will feel the death essence be amplified through this, and it will keep you in a somewhat of a trance state, especially if you're smoking the cigar really fucking fast. Naturally, if you do this even outside of ritual context, it's going to give you, somewhat of a high feeling, but it's more amplified and more potent when it's done in ritual context. Which brings me to another point. Smoking too much tobacco can be bad for you, just like smoking too much fucking nicotine can be bad for you. However, as with any poisonous, deathly, or baneful herb, if you respect the spirit of it and you treat it properly, it will respect you, and you will not reap the negative benefits of smoking too much of whatever it is. That goes right down to weed. If you're desecrating the weed by smoking it for mundane purposes, yeah, don't be surprised when you get addicted to it. Don't be surprised when fucking shit goes down, especially if you're a magician and you're in communication with the spirit of that fucking plant. If you respect it by using it only in ritual, then you're not going to get addicted to it. Now, there is more of a psycho-spiritual type of dependence that you do start to develop on it, but it's not so severe to where you feel like you can't do fucking ritual or some shit without smoking tobacco. It's simply an aid, and it's what's the word I'm looking for? It's an amplifier and an enhancer of the currents that you're already channeling. Now, fucking the mechanics of it. If you're working with the 218 Kayanite current, you already know there's a demon of tobacco specific to that current called Amiyazatan. And I think another occult magician did a video on him. But if you're working with that current, simply consecrate it to him, and follow the directions that's given to you there. If you're working with another deity, consecrated to that entity, however many numbers of times, whatever number resonates with that entity or that current, I'm saying, and then go from there. Now, the alchemy of tobacco. This is where the fun begins, as Anakin Skywalker would say. You're inhaling, and then as you exhale your breath through the reverse end of the tobacco, it undergoes a transmutation. And what comes out, we view it as smoke, but in the unseen, it's the breath of you combined with the entity it is consecrated to. In this case, Amiyasatan. And it goes about creating the effects you feel, that state of resonance, that somewhat hypnotism that you feel. That seems simple as fuck, but when you really get into it, it's not simple at all. So just keep that in mind. That opens up gateways for magic using the element of air. Freaking dominating someone using just a cigar. Death hexing someone to suffocate using just a cigar. You see where I'm going with this? And so the more you do it, the more its effects, both seen and unseen, will amplify and become more solid, as well as your attunement and resonance with that particular fucking entity, whoever it is that you're working with. And it's time to relight, okay? I'll handle that in a minute. But freaking, I highly recommend tobacco for necromantic ritual because, one, it is very grounding, help you chill out after you know what I'm saying, really put in some work in the ritual chamber. And also, if you bury the cigars in a graveyard or a cemetery or some other deathly place and leave it there for like 7 days or 3 days at the minimum, you'll find that its potency is highly amplified, and it's like the tobacco takes on a better quality than it would if it was just a regular, unconsecrated, unburied type cigar. You can also use these to, if you're working with like animating corpses, which include the wooden corpses, so to speak, of trees, herbs, etc., putting spirits into them, making pacts with said entities, drawing out sigils, that kind of thing. This works very well for that because it acts as the breath of life, the fucking spark of life that causes the spirit to inhabit the shell of the herb, or the corpse of the herb, so to speak. Another thing that I wanted to discuss is the role of race in necromancy, specifically in connection to Egyptian necromancy. If you go throughout the Black spiritual community, you'll constantly see info and references to how our melanin basically gives us better abilities to fucking communicate with spirits and to rule and all this other kind of shit. Normally, it's twisted into some form of bullshit neo-Nazi, black supremacy, eliminate all white people type shit. But what I want to say is that your race doesn't fucking matter when it comes to working with the death current. Death current comes for, or death comes for us all in the end. It doesn't care whether you're black, whether you're a fucking Egyptian, whether you're a fucking white person or whatever. We all die the same. And we all bleed the same. Now, granted, due to ancestral lineage and biology and genetics, certain races of people are going to have an advantage magically over other races of people. Let me clarify that before people start, trying to ignite a flame war in the comments and shit. When is the last time you've seen a black person go full-on berserker in Norse magic? Not a whole lot, right? Europeans, white people, Hungarians, whatever the fuck, that work with the current, they're predisposed better to conducting those kinds of energies than we are. We are predisposed better to conducting certain energies in Haitian Vodou, Palamayambe, etc. than most white people are. Asians, they're fucking better what's the fucking word I just used? They're better predisposed to conducting those energies of immortality, good health, longevity, that kind of thing than most other races are. That's simply due to ancestral lineage and the fucking biological resonance that came from that. That's not saying, oh, this race is better than that, or this race is better than that. It's a simple matter of biology. Now, for us black people, our fucking melanin, it does give you better abilities when it's like fully activated and whatnot. It gives you better abilities for communicating with spirits, specifically like the Loa, for example, especially in an ecstatic dance, freaking dancing to summon entities, that kind of thing. Freaking some forms of magical warfare and physical warfare. Yeah, it does help. But you also got to keep in mind, just because a white person doesn't have as much melanin as you does not mean that they're automatically fake if they decide to work with fucking Haitian voodoo. I have seen powerful white bopors. Super fucking powerful. That channel Haitian voodoo and those currents just as effectively as a black person born in it through their fucking lineage and family. I have seen black people in the same fucking current weak as shit. And they did everything right. It's the purity of the heart that matters. Did you do the fucking work? That's what determines your results. In the cases of fucking Egyptian necromancy, the reason I connected it to that is because, again, in the black conscious community, there's this whole thing of we are kings, we are queens, we come from fucking Egypt and all this other kind of shit, which, okay, I get it, yeah, we are. But that does not automatically make us better than the other races that coexist with us. What really matters is your level of work. A pharaoh was not a pharaoh because they were fucking black. A pharaoh was a pharaoh because they did the fucking work necessary to earn that title. Being a pharaoh is, no matter the race, is not just about getting bitches, getting money, and just wearing a fucking crown and all that other kind of shit. Being a pharaoh is a divine responsibility. You act as an intermediary between the gods, the Egyptian gods in this case, and the fucking country you rule over, in this case, Egypt. If a fucking white person put in the work, the equal amount of work, if not more, then they would be able to be in that same place. Regardless of the fact that biologically they don't have no fucking Egyptian blood in them. Now, yes, the ancestry does help. It does grant you a certain kind of favor. But at the same time, the gods could get a fuck about race. Period. These are gods. They have transcended that kind of thing. Same thing with the death current. The death gods have transcended the fucking racial stuff. Now, if you're a fucking Mexican and you work with fucking Santísimo Muerte, naturally you're gonna have more favor than somebody else would because you were born in the fucking practice, you've been doing it from a kid, all the other kind of shit, you feel me? But at the same time, we cannot limit the distribution of power and hoard it for specific races. That shit's been going on since time immemorial, and it has created the circumstances that we currently have today, feeling like there is a race war between black people and white people because of the things that's going on. And I remember I said this one time in a Facebook group post. The only reason it feels like it's a fucking race war is because both black people and white people, in terms of ancestry, are apex predators. And I'm pretty sure we all know what apex predators are. Both come from a line of conquerors. Both come from warfare. We are bred and we live, eat, shit, piss, and breathe the shit. That's why it still continues today. It goes beyond this whole thing about, oh, it's the white man doing this, or, you know, if black people weren't doing this, that, and the other, then we wouldn't have this situation. Okay, that's true. But you have to think, this shit is in our blood. War is in our blood as black people and white people. That's why we constantly go head to head with one another. That's why all this police shit is occurring. That's why all the fucking other shit you all see. For those of you not in America who are in other countries, y'all watch the news and y'all see all this other kind of shit going on. Yeah, it's a racial divide and shit, but that's just a surface level. Somebody once said that it's the fucking New World Order, the Illuminati, trying to fucking distract people from what's going on. In a way, yes, but also in a way, hell no. They ain't got shit to do with this. This has been going on since time immemorial, and it will continue until one side is defeated or they both come to a fucking stalemate. You feel me? Now, that being said, concerning just the death current in general, and to conclude that topic of race, if you put in the work, you will get paid. If you put in the work, you will get paid. That's the basic principle of working a mundane job or working with a magical current. If you do that which is necessary and more with purity of heart and focus, you will reap the power you desire. You will reap the rulership you desire, regardless of your fucking race. And so please keep that in mind. This kind of goes into like initiations and shit. If you're a fucking Mexican, you can be initiated into shit by let's say Haitian Voodoo, the Loa. You go to the spirits, because if you go to man, you're gonna have a pretty fucking difficult time. There's cases and stories of white people paying $10,000 for a fucking initiation and they don't get shit. They get some corrupted stuff that fucks up their life, but they don't get the real thing. Because the way Haitians view white people is completely different, and therefore some are taken advantage of for the money. But if you go to the spirits themselves, Papa Legba, Papa Kalfu, the Loa, if they deem you worthy enough and you put in the work and you are honest with them, yeah, there's a good chance they will initiate you. Now, I know there are going to be some people into Haitian Voodoo that watch this and be like, the Loa don't initiate people. Well, where the fuck do you think your current came from? It ain't fucking come from you. It ain't come from your fucking ancestors. It came from the spirits. They're the originator of the fucking current, so they have authority over who is initiated and who isn't. So that's all I gotta say on that concerning race and whatnot. So it opens up the door for a lot of people who feel like, you know, maybe because of economic status or some shit, or some trivial bullshit you might be going through, that maybe the spirits won't let you work with them or whatever. Hell no. Hell no. The rich and the poor meet death's scythe alike. It's just that simple. So hit them up, contact them, follow your spirit and not your ego. Don't do what you think you want to do, but what the spirits are actually telling you to do, because that will keep you safe and protected and filled with minimal drama, and you will progress and you will ascend in whatever your chosen specialty is. So that's what I'm going to say for today. I might do another video later on, but if you enjoyed this video, like, share, subscribe, comment, all the other typical bullshit I'm supposed to say, and fucking I'll talk to you guys soon. So, thank you for watching.